today is a hoodie and headphones kind of day. Sometimes I just like to have a hoodie on my head and the headphones on. I don't even be listening to nothing. Sometimes I just like to put the headphones on because they feel nice. Okay, so today's one of those days. It just feels nice. I also realized I don't have an intro. Like some catchy thing I say every video. I'll work on it. Sorry, my bad. I'll work on it. I'll come up with something. But it's Thursday. It's Therapy Thursday. This is the first Therapy Thursday. Just act like it's not the first Therapy Thursday, okay? It's Therapy Thursday. So you know what that means. Like I didn't just say this. You know what that means. You don't know what that means because it's the first Therapy Thursday. Okay. Let me stop playing and be for fucking real. I don't know why I just censored myself when I said that, like, I don't be cussing up a storm. Okay. So I got this new deck just for this. Well, just for these Therapy Thursday readings. Because I love a good theme. So I went and found a new deck just for Therapy Thursdays. It's called the Sacred Woundings Oracle Deck. By the Reckoning Company. So if you like this deck, go check them out. So we're going to use this deck today to do this spiritual therapy session today, okay? So let me go ahead and get my little prayers in so we can tap in and see what the collective energy needs to talk out, what they need to work out, what you all need to work out, talk out. Okay? So, Spirit, Universe, Divine, God, Ra, Spirit Guide, Spirit Team, Archangels, and Guardian Angels. What messages do you have today for the collective? Please make me a clear channel in order to relay these messages clearly and concisely for everyone to understand. And, as always, Archangel Michael, place a hedge around me and the collective as I do these readings and keep all negative energy and entities out of the energy and out of this reading, and cause all monitoring spirits to go blind and deaf. Ashe. Alrighty. Hold on. I just heard, don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. Let me get in my zone. I may or may not leave this part in the video. I don't know. You may or may not want to watch this part of the video. Fast forward is an option. You can fast forward. I mean, or you can watch Weekend in the Zone. It doesn't. Whatever floats your boat and makes your liver quiver. Okay, so. In my head, I'm hearing, I think it's a Master P song. My war wounds, my war wounds. Something got a story to tell, right? I keep hearing that playing in my head, and I'm trying to put out this damn blunt, and it is very persistent. It is not trying to go out. So somebody's energy I'm picking up has been through a lot. Like you've got a lot of wounding, a lot of battle wounds, a lot of battle scars, but you're persistent and resilient as fuck. Like people have tried to dim your light and put you out, and you will not go out. Give me a sec. I need another instant. Yeah, you will not go out. You refuse to go out. I like your energy. That's like warrior spirit. Come on now. The instant didn't want to come out of the package. Then when I finally got the instant to come out, I grabbed two. People didn't want you to come out of your shell. People didn't want you to come out of your package because they know when you pop out and show niggas when you come out of your package, it's gonna be it's gonna be more than anybody expected. I'm hearing double the fun. It's gonna, yeah, when you pop out, it's gonna be more than anybody expected, even maybe even you. And that's why motherfuckers been trying to put you out. And you see the way that fire just kicked up like that when I lit my lighter? Yeah. When I said people been trying to put you out, fire kicked up. You won't go out. You don't go out. You won't go out. You don't go out. And you're not going down without a fight. You are a warrior for real. Like I said, my war wounds. Yeah, you're a fucking warrior, whoever the fuck this energy is. Let's see. So, it's safe to say that you are likely guarded from people in general. You probably have trust issues, some kind of PTSD from whatever, relationship PTSD, social PTSD, trust issues. I'm hearing like people talking behind your back, people using you. One more shuffle. All right. So what is it that you need to talk out? Oh, that's a lot. Now, I just said people talking about you, and it's projections from others. Needing to release projections from others. Oh my gosh, the font is so small. So projections from others will show up as feelings of confusion, self-doubt, or guilt that don't align with your true intentions or emotions. It may manifest as an internalized sense of blame, shame, or inadequacy stemming from someone else's unresolved issues or insecurities being placed onto you. Over time, this can create a disconnect from your authentic self, leading to emotional fatigue, strained relationships, and difficulty trusting your own judgment. So, from people talking about you, projecting onto you, it's causing you problems throughout your entire existence. It's causing you relationship problems, problems in your family relationships, problems at work, all kinds of internal problems and shit, right? So, number one, you need to release the projections from others. You know those projections aren't true to you. You know those things are not, you know what they're saying of you is not true. You know those things are not you. So why are you harboring them? Harboring? Why are you harboring them? Why are you holding on to them? Release them, let them go. They don't belong to you. You also have a disconnect between spiritual and social that you need to be working through. So this will show up as a feeling of isolation or alienation from others, as if your spiritual path and social life are out of sync. You may struggle to find like-minded people who understand or support your spiritual beliefs, leading to confusion, loneliness, or a sense of not fully belonging in either world. So because of you holding on to these projections from others, it's causing a disconnect between your spiritual and your social life. Okay. So I'm getting the feeling that these projections from others are causing you to act a certain way socially or try to present a certain way socially. But because the projections are causing you to act per se, okay, to act per se, I don't even know if that's it's causing you to feel like you don't fit in the social spaces that you used to fit into. Okay, instead of just being yourself in these social spaces because you're worried about being accepted maybe, or being looked at funny because, like I said, you're taking these projections from others and you're worried about what other people think. So it's causing you to be disconnected or feel disconnected socially because you're not being yourself, and you're trying to stay in the loop is what I heard. You're trying to stay in the loop with people that are no longer on your wavelength, your frequency, okay? And then that's also causing a disconnect in your spiritual life because you are wanting to take a certain path or live a certain way based on your spirituality, but you can't fully do that because you're too busy trying to keep appearances and save face with these people that are projecting this insecurity onto you. So it's causing you to not even be able to live in your authentic self spiritually. So both spiritually and socially, you are disconnected. You feel out of place because in neither setting are you able, or in neither setting are you allowing yourself, and in neither setting do you feel as if you are able to be yourself. Damn, that's deep. Woo! You also, ooh, hold on. A new thing. Now, instead of my armpit itching when I get channel messages, my shoulder needs to pop. This is fun. Okay. Stagnancy caused by perfectionism mindset. So you also are being held back by your tendency to be a perfectionist. This will show up as an obsession with flawlessness, where nothing feels good enough and every detail must be perfect. It may manifest as chronic dissatisfaction with your own work, an inability to celebrate progress, or a fear of taking risks, often driven by the belief that anything less than perfect will lead to failure, criticism, or a loss of control. So you're worried about, like I said earlier, saving face and keeping appearances. You're worried about looking perfect to people. And it's not even about looking perfect. I don't feel that it's even about looking perfect. You're worried about looking a certain way or appearing a certain way to people that is acceptable to other people instead of what is acceptable to yourself. And this is causing you to feel like you are losing control of your life because you're not living for yourself. You're not living in your authenticity, and you're not living for yourself. You're literally living for others' approval. That's why you need to release these projections from others. It's causing you a bunch of problems socially, spiritually. It's giving you a perfectionism mindset. Like, this is not cool. This is not cool. What else? What else for the collective? Whoa. Did you see how that jumped out? So this must be a major one. Needing to heal the mother wound. Oh, that is a major one. The mother wound can affect everything from romantic relationships to authority figure relationships, like work boss. Like, oh, let me just read it. This will show up as a deep longing for nurturing, approval, or unconditional love that may have been absent or inconsistent. It may manifest as people pleasing, self doubt, fear of rejection, or difficulty trusting and caring for yourself. So, as I was saying, it can cause all kinds of problems in relationships and other things. So, as far as relationships, it can cause you to literally deal with things from people and partners that you know you shouldn't deal with, but you put up with anyway because you are seeking approval and you're wanting someone to nurture you, but you know you're not getting those things from these people, but you have a fear of rejection, so you don't want to let go of these people. So this also, the seeking approval and people pleasing, goes back to needing to release projections from others. And this perfectionism mindset, ouch, this perfectionism mindset, because you are so worried about saving face and keeping appearances, people pleasing, it's keeping you from being and walking in your authenticity. It's keeping you from living in your truth and speaking your truth and walking in your fucking truth. And that would give you happiness. That would make you happy. But for some reason, well, not for some reason, we know what the reason is: mother wound, because that's where all this stems from. That, all that, the three cards before, the perfectionism mindset, the disconnect between the social and the spiritual, the projection, all that can tie back to these mother wounds. Seeking approval. I heard in my head, what is it? What is it? But I didn't get the rest of the question. Then I heard sirens going off suddenly in the distance. What is it? You need to find out. You need to go within and ask yourself, what is it that your mother did that caused, what is it that your mother did to cause these mother wounds? What was the very first time you can remember that you were hurt by your mother, that you can remember, that stuck with you? You need to go find out or seek what that was. That's where this mother wound stems from. That first time. It's something that your mother did the first time, hurt like hell. It's not something she did once, though. This is something that she did to you consistently. But the very first time she did it to you, it cut you so bad. When you find that moment, I want you to talk to your inner child in that moment and reassure your inner child that everything is okay now. Nothing was your fault. Nothing was their fault. Nothing was your fault. And that it's okay to feel what they felt. Their feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. But now it's time to let them go. It's time to forgive your mother. And it's time to release the pain and the hurt. It's time to let it go. Feel it, find it, and feel it so that you can heal it. And then let it go so that you can grow. What is this? Addressing psyche sensitivity overload. This will show up as feeling mentally overwhelmed, easily triggered, or overstimulated by external stimuli. It may manifest as difficulty processing emotions or thoughts, leading to mental fatigue, anxiety, and a sense of being unable to cope. Okay. So yeah, reliving this moment with this mother figure is not necessarily a mother, because I know everyone wasn't raised by their mother. It could be grandmother, aunt, big sister, mother, aunt. I think I said aunt. Mother figure. Okay, but hell, it could even be a father. But take it how it resonates. Okay, but this is coming. Hold on, I can feel it coming out. Finding that mother wound and reliving that moment and sitting in the feelings to be able to understand and heal them is going to be overloading for you. Okay, because you are addressing issues in your psyche, addressing psyche. Sensitivity overload. It's going to overwhelm the fuck out of you. It's going to overload you. You may not even expect the influx and wave of emotions and feelings that you may feel when you find this wound and are able to pinpoint it to make light of it and release it. Okay, it may overwhelm you. It may cause some kind of, it's going to trigger you. You may break down and cry. um an example, before I started shadow work for myself, I read about it. I'm like, okay, I don't see how this is gonna work. Okay, but I actually took it serious and I started, and I shit you not, I was in meditation doing some shadow work towards the beginning of my spiritual journey, and I remember addressing a certain wound that came up. And I'm telling you, I really didn't think this was going to turn out like this. But when I thought about that wound and the first time it happened and how it made me feel, and I like addressed my inner child and forgave myself and my inner child and went through the whole motion, I bawled my ass, like I bawled my eyes out like a fucking baby. I bawled like a fucking baby. That shit is not for the fucking weak. Like, it was literally like reliving that moment all over again, but this time actually being able to like feel it in its entirety and go through the motions. Like it's not for the faint of heart. So you will definitely deal with sensitivity overload. It's going to trigger you. It's going to feel mentally overwhelming. It's going to possibly make you physically feel sick. I think at one point I felt nauseous. I felt like I was going to throw up because releasing all that fucking pent up, buried trauma and energy, you don't realize how much it actually affects you until you actually address that shit and start to purge it. Like, so if you feel yourself getting mentally fatigued, like if it becomes too much, you are able to stop and come back another time. You don't have to force yourself to go through that all at one time. Confirmation bird for someone. Ooh, hold on. Yeah, oh, I don't know why I did all that. It wasn't even that bad. Sit down. I don't know why I made all that old people noise. It wasn't even that bad. Somebody's over exaggerating. Somebody's like over exaggerating their. I don't know how to say it. Someone's over exaggerating their. I want to say troubles. That's what I'm hearing. That kind of sounds rude, but that's how I'm hearing it. Someone's over exaggerating their troubles. So I guess something is not as blowing it out of proportion. Someone's blowing something out of proportion. You're making something bigger than it needs to be. You're making a, what is that saying? I'm hearing it, but I don't know how to say it. God. You're making a molehill out of an anthill out of a molehill. I don't know. I hear it, but I can't say it. Something about making something bigger than it is. Stressing yourself out, or working yourself up. Then I heard shut it down, down, down. Okay, so you're working yourself up about something. You're over exaggerating the magnitude of something. It's not as bad as you're making it seem, or you're making it worse than it is. And then shut it down. Spirit, universe, divine is telling you to shut that shit down. Stop that, basically. Stop overthinking it. Stop. I heard overthinking, overworking. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. The incense is doing something crazy. One is going this way and it's splitting, and it's like going like that. I've never seen it do that. Stop overthinking and overreacting over something. It's veering you, it's taking you down the wrong path. You're supposed to be going this way, but because you're making something bigger than what it is, you're doing this. You're veering off. That's what the incense smoke was doing. It was veering off path. So, um, spirit is wanting you to shut that down. Stop over analyzing, overthinking, overreacting, making something worse than it is because it's taking you off path, it's taking you off course. You're losing sight of the big picture. You're losing, get out of my face. You're losing sight of the fucking vision. You're losing sight of the big picture. The incense smoke is coming right at my face. The answer is right in your face. Whatever you're overthinking, over whatever it is you're blowing out of proportion, the answer is right in your face. But because you're making this bigger or blowing it out of proportion or overreacting about it, you're veering off course. So you can't see that the answer is right in front of your face. You're too busy over here because you've lost focus because your anxiety. It's like fear, something you're afraid of, is something you're anxious about. Is the fear is distracting you and taking you off course. The answer is right in front of your face. So shut down that fear mindset, shut down that anxiety mindset, shut down that overthinking, overreacting, over whatever. Shut that shit down. And you also have a need to address your fear of success. Oh, I didn't even see that. I said a fear of something. Maybe this is it. I need to address the fear of success. This will show up as self-sabotage, procrastination, or an unconscious resistance to stepping into your full potential. It's almost like what I said about veering off course, taking you off the path. It may manifest as a fear of the responsibilities, expectations, or changes that success might bring, often stemming from belief that you are not worthy of success or that achieving your goals will lead to unwanted attention, isolation, or pressure. And I think I said that up top with the spiritual and social card when I said you're worried about what other people are going to think about you if you step into your authentic self and embrace your spirituality. And here it is. Here it is. You're worried about what being your authentic self will change. You're worried about it changing your social life, and you're worried about being judged, and you're worried about getting the wrong attention. You're worried about becoming isolated. You're worried. Stop worrying. Worrying is lesser fear. You don't need to worry. People who are for you will be for you. Those who are for you are for you. Those who are for you and will be for you. Here go the armpit itch. I spoke too soon. I get the armpit itching and the shoulder popping. Okay, great. Yeah, those who are for you. I wasn't smelling my armpit. I just touched my nose. Don't be thinking. Even if I did, they smell delicious. But you don't need to worry about what anyone else will think. You're self-sabotaging your success because you're worried about, damn, I'm hella comfortable. Sorry, I'm just gonna get comfortable. You're sabotaging your success, worried about what other people will think about you being yourself. You also could be procrastinating, so you could be prolonging the arrival of your success. You could have been successful a long time ago if you weren't worried about what other people would think about you or what you do. So see, like, you need to let go of the fear of success because you're letting it control the outcome of your life, literally. You're letting the fear of being accepted and the fear of what other people think or will think stunt your growth and fuck with your potential. That's not cool. Why is my nose itching? These people are nosy. Why do you care what the fuck they think? It's your life. It doesn't matter what they think. Some damn projections from others again. Stop worrying about other people, what other people fucking think, bro. It's literally holding you back from success, from everything you want. It's on the other side of fear. I think I said that in a message the other day. You also have a wound, a loneliness wound. Whoa, is this 2 cards? Nope. You also have a loneliness wound. I said something about isolation with this fear of success. Needing to heal a loneliness wound. So the reason why you can't let these people go, or the reason why you're worried about what other people think or will think, is because you have a fear of loneliness. You have a fear of abandonment. You are afraid of sitting with yourself. So you're afraid of healing, perhaps. You don't want to sit with yourself. You're afraid to be alone because you don't want to face your thoughts in your solitude. You don't want to reflect in your solitude. You try to distract yourself by keeping people around so that you don't have to remember. I heard reminisce, but so you don't have to remember or think about the past. You keep people around to keep you distracted from your pain. Needing to heal a loneliness wound will show up as deep feelings of isolation, disconnection, or longing for meaningful relationships. It may manifest as difficulty forming or maintaining connections, fear of rejection, or a sense of being unseen or unheard, often stemming from unmet emotional needs in the past. So even though you surround yourself with people to keep from feeling loneliness, in essence, you still feel lonely even when you're surrounded by people. You don't. You have a hard time connecting, like, emotionally with people. Also, because of the mother wound, you have a hard time connecting with people emotionally because you're afraid of being let down by people if you show that type of vulnerability. So you try to avoid, like, getting close to people on an emotional level, but at the same time, you fear being alone, which causes self sabotage. So you start to push people away, and then you isolate yourself. And then you're back to feeling like you don't belong because you aren't emotionally connected to the people that you try to surround yourself with. This is a vicious cycle. And because you feel alone, surrounded by these people, you feed into the projections and try to uh, act and be a certain way around them so that you feel less alone, because you're acting to get validation and acceptance from them. I hope you understand you should understand what I'm saying. If this is what you are dealing with, if this is what you are feeling, you understand exactly what I'm saying. I'm trying to say it the way I'm feeling it come up, and that's how I'm feeling it come up. So whoever this is for, you understand what I'm saying. All right. Anything else? Whoa. Okay. What's going on now? Interesting. At the bottom of the deck, it came out guilt and shame. I saw that card way, way, way earlier today, and it stood out to me for some reason. And here it is when the cards did some weird shit. So I'm going to keep that too. But I asked if there was anything else. There's a need to address a self-concept wound. I've never heard of that. Let's see. This will show up as a distorted or fragile sense of self, where you may feel disconnected from your true identity. As I said earlier, trying to save face. Okay. Disconnected from your true identity, not being your authentic self, or struggle to see your own value. It often manifests as insecurity, self-doubt, or a constant need to seek approval from others. Didn't I just say that? Rooted in a lack of confidence and a misunderstanding of your inherent worth. So you need to understand and know your worth. And you have a problem with confirmation burp, excuse me. You have a problem with knowing your worth or accepting your worth because of the guilt and shame that you accumulated and endured dealing with this mother wound. I'm telling you, all of this stems from this mother wound. All of it goes right back to this mother wound. So because of the guilt and shame that you felt from this mother figure, you have a problem seeing your self-worth. This mother figure didn't give you approval. This mother figure didn't nurture you. This mother figure was not much of a mother figure. We may not even be able to give this person the title of mother, depending on your storyline. So because of this mother not giving you the approval, attention, nurturing that you deserved and needed, you don't even see your worth. You don't understand or know your worth because of the guilt and shame. Dealing with chronic guilt and shame will show up as a constant feeling of unworthiness, not knowing your worth. As if you're carrying the weight of past mistakes or perceived failures that never fully release. Mother wounds. This mother may have been abusive, verbally abusive. This mother could have been the type of mother that didn't allow you to express your feelings. It's only you know your situation. I'll continue. It may manifest as self-judgment, over apologizing, or an ability to forgive yourself, often keeping you stuck in the past and hindering your ability to embrace your present self with compassion and acceptance. So, like I said, because of this mother wound, you have a hard time seeing and knowing your worth. So you need to also address the guilt and shame. But like I said, the moment you find that first time this mother figure hurt you, the first time, when you find that and you address that moment, you will heal all of these other things, because all of these other things stem from this mother wound. And then underneath the guilt and shame card was shadow work. Need to focus on shadow work. It's time to heal. It's time to get all of this trauma, all of this wounding. It's time to work it out. It's time to get it out. It's time to heal it. It's time to let it go. It's time to, like I always say, once again, it's time to find it so you can feel it, heal it, and let it go so you can grow. Okay? Needing to focus on shadow work. My right hand is itching. This time is not for money. This is good news, though. This is goodness. This is when you do this shadow work, you're going to unlock the door to abundance. That's going to be spiritual abundance, emotional abundance. It's going to translate out into physical abundance. Like, it's going to change your entire life. That's why my right hand started itching. Also, the right hand's like giving me like power. The power hand. Yeah, this will, once you do this shadow work and release this mother wound and heal all this wounding, you'll be able to step into your power, which will bring you abundance. It'll be a whole new life for you. Let me go ahead and read the card. So you need to focus on shadow work. Now that we know what your wounding is, now that we know what the core wound is that you need to focus on to heal all these other wounds, you need to do shadow work. This will show up as recurring emotional triggers, unresolved conflicts, or behaviors that feel out of control or misaligned with your true self. It may manifest as unexplained anger, fear, or shame, guilt and shame, repressed emotions, or patterns, of self-criticism, showing that there are hidden aspects of yourself that need to be brought into the light to heal and integrate. And we now know what that is. Starts with this mother wound, and it's going to heal everything else from your perfectionism mindset to the disconnect between your social and spiritual, to to needing to release the projections from others, the fear of success, the loneliness wound, your self-concept wounding, and the guilt and shame. So it's time to do some shadow work. It's time to sit with yourself, sit with God and yourself, go within, find that mother wound, talk to your inner child, let your inner child and your current self know that it's okay. Nothing was your fault. You are worthy of everything that you want. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of nurturing, and you are worthy to be cared for and thought of and considered. And shadow work is not easy. So, like I said earlier, you will cry, you will hurt, you will reopen wounds that you buried so long you didn't even know were causing all these problems. You are going to remember things you completely forgot about. When you heal this wound, it's going to unlock repressed memories and emotions of other things that you forgot about that you need to heal. It will continue until you are at a place of acceptance and a place where the shadow work almost becomes second nature. When you first start shadow work, it is a shock to your entire existence, not just your entire being, your entire existence. Um, and it's never ending. You just get breaks in between. Um, but as time progresses, the more shadow work you do, it becomes less of sitting alone for a week, extremely depressed and crying and not knowing up from down and not knowing if you're even going to come out of this damn room, to eventually remembering something, a wave of emotion comes over you, you sit with that feeling, you cry it out, you think about it, you heal it, and you realize it only took you maybe an hour, 30 minutes to an hour to find it, heal it, and release it. You know what I'm saying? So shadow work is a journey, just like spirituality is a journey, just like life is a journey, just like everything is a fucking journey. As with anything in life, try not to overthink it, but definitely don't underthink the shadow work. Don't try to avoid certain things because you don't want to feel certain things. You have to feel the things to heal the things. If you try to avoid certain things and the way certain things feel, it's going to come back later. It's going to come back later. There's no way around it. So when it comes up, heal it when it comes up. Address it, heal it when it comes up, because you're going to have to do it regardless. If you don't take care of it now, it'll turn into something else, or it'll fuck with something else in your life, and eventually you're going to be forced to do it. You're going to be forced to. So okay, I don't know. I just heard maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. I have no idea. I let me not say I have no idea. I hear something, but it's not making sense to me, so I didn't say it. Let me go ahead and just say it. So I heard maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. What I'm getting from that is a mask, wearing a mask. Um, maybe she's born with it. Your authentic self, your true self. Maybe it's Maybelline. You're wearing a mask. You don't want people, like I said, you don't want people to see your true self. You don't want people to see what you were born with. Why? It's time to take off the makeup. It's time to take off the mask. It's time to reintroduce yourself to the world as your actual self this time. Hi, my name is Slim Shady. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Yeah, it's time to reintroduce yourself to the world, but this time as you, your actual self, not what society taught you or programmed you to think you are supposed to be to impress the masses or impress the world. Fuck these people. My favorite fucking line. I get to say it. Fuck these people. It's time for you to put on the little hello, my name is tag, and reintroduce yourself to the world as your actual authentic self. So go do your shadow work. Go heal these wounds, this mother wound, and all these other things, and then come back as your true authentic self. The world is ready to meet you. I'm ready to meet you. Let's go. Yeah, it's time. See you on the other side.